Hey yo, what's the deal? You know who it is. It's the Don, Tony Teflon, House Teflon, and welcome to Teflon TV. And I'm back at you, my people, and I'm here with you with another one of these videos, and this is another sword video, and this is the Sword-Blackfyre. Now some people may say Blackfyre or whatever. I'm saying Blackfyre. I like the way it sounds, so hopefully that's the way it is. But if it's not Blackfyre, please don't put in the comments it's not considered Blackfyre and try to like spell it out word for word. I'm saying Blackfyre. Hopefully it is Blackfyre, but I like the way that sounds anyway. So, before I begin, I'd just like to say thank you to all my new subscribers and people who have subscribed and stuck with me and done everything and repped and forwarded and did all that and subscribed to my Facebook page, and it's really nice for you to do that, and I really do appreciate it. So if you haven't done it, please like my Facebook page. The more likes I get, the faster I'll put out videos. I promise you that. Alright, so let's get into this sword and which whereabouts and everything else about it. Now, Blackfyre is one of the two named Valyrian steel swords of the Targaryens brought from Dragonstone after the Doom. The other is Dark Sister. Blackfyre was passed from Targaryen king to king until Aegon the Unworthy chose to bestow it on his bastard son Daemon instead of his legitimate son Daeron, whom he suspected was actually fathered by his brother Prince Aemon the Dragon Knight. The common folk felt that the sword symbolized the monarchy, so the gift was a seed from which the Blackfyre rebellion grew. During the Blackfyre rebellion, Daemon continued to wield this sword in battle. He fought an epic duel with Sir Gawain Corbet of the Kingsguard on the Battle of the Redgrass Field. That day, Daemon was unstoppable. He ripped through Lord Arryn's army, slaying the Knight of the Nine Stars and Wyman Waynwood. After he came upon Sir Gawain Corbet of the Kingsguard, who had his own Valyrian steel blade, Lady Forlorn. Daemon got the upper hand on Corbet, leaving him blind and bleeding. He paused before finishing him off and had Red Tusk carry him back to the maesters in the rear of the battle. Now by that time, Bloodraven and his company, the Raven's Teeth, crested the Reaping Witch, gaining the high ground in which he showered Daemon's position with arrows. Bloodraven then spied Daemon's banner and slew Daemon's eldest twin son, Aegon, knowing that Daemon would never leave his son on the field. When Daemon went to get his son, he then pierced Daemon with 7 shafts, killing him. The two younger twins, Aemon, picked up Blackfyre, and when his father fell, and Bloodraven then slew him too. Alright? With the leaders fallen, the rebels began to flee then until Bittersteel, who commanded the right of his vanguard during the battle, was able to turn and rout the charge of the enemy, and personally fought a battle with Bloodraven, and in this battle he took Bloodraven's eye. Now at this point, Prince Baelor Breakspear struck the rebel from the rear with a host from the Stormlands and Dornishmen. He shattered their lines, and at this time the battle ended. While Maegor led the rest of his forces down to crush the rebels, Bittersteel fled to the free cities with the sword and 5 of Daemon's sons. The Blackfyre pretenders would continue to rebel against the Targaryen dynasty until Meleys and Monsters would be slain in the Stepstones, and that would end the male line of the Blackfyres. So, after that, that is where we know that the sword has went. So we must ask ourselves, where is this sword? So, if you ask me, I am going to say that I think that the sword is with Jon Connington right now at this point in the book. And this is the reasons I'm going to give you why I believe Jon Connington has these swords. Number 1, I believe Aegon is a Blackfyre. Now, these are the reasons I will point out to you that I believe Aegon is a Blackfyre. Reasons: there is no way that Varys could have known that the mountain was going to be sent to kill the kids and bash the one son's head against the wall, have time and knowledge of this prior to switch the babies and save that baby. I do not think that that's possible. Alright, so I believe that the real Aegon is dead. Alright, now it's known and it is said constantly that it's the male line of the Blackfyres that is dead. Constantly male line. So therefore, I believe that Illyrio's wife is the Blackfyre, the female line, and her child is Aegon, which is Illyrio's child too. And that is why they're helping them. The second reason I will say is the Mummer's Dragon's prophecy, which is a cloth dragon swayed on poles amidst a cheering crowd. From a smoking tower, a great stone beast took wing, breathing shadow fire, mother of dragons, slayer of lies. Now, the meaning only two things. One, Aegon is a fake dragon, or he is Varys' fake dragon. Both means he is a fake dragon. And it means that Dany will be the one to expose him. Dany being the Targaryen, and him being the Blackfyre. The third reason I'll give you is the Golden Company. Now, they are known never to break a contract, but Illyrio tells Tyrion that Myr's contract with them was written in ink, and his contract is written in blood. He then says, black or red dragon, a dragon is still a dragon. If you put these two things together with the Golden Company's motto, which is beneath the gold, the bitter steel, the only thing I can think that it means is the only thing that matters more than gold is the blood of bitter steel and putting a Blackfyre on the throne. And I think that's what they're trying to do. Obviously, we know the creaking dragon thing where the sign was thrown and it was black and it was put into the water and washes back up on to the lake and is red. We know that, so I'll not say that. So we know that is how that goes. Finally, I will say this. Illyrio gives supplies to John Connington. And I think it's in these supplies where the sword lies. And we know that this part was changed by George R.R. Martin, because when he read it in 2005, it was kind of different. And in the 2005 version, he had Holden talking to Illyrio, and Tyrion was listening in on the conversation. Now Holden catches on and knows Tyrion is trying to eavesdrop, and he changes his language. When it goes like this: Holden eyes Tyrion and begins speaking another language. Tyrion cannot tell what it is, but he thinks it's Volantis. He catches a few words, or Valentine, sorry. He catches a few words, and some words come close to High Valyrian. The words he catches are queen, dragon, and last, sword. So I think that the sword and that was taken out because I think it would have been too obvious. If you have the queen, it's only one thing you could be talking about the queen. It's probably Daenerys, dragons, and a sword. So obviously I must take it from there that it is possible that he took that out because it would have just been a little too obvious for people, and they would have definitely picked up on it, and that is why he changed it. So that is why I believe John Connington has the sword, and I think he will give it to Aegon when he takes King's Landing and say, you are the rightful king, here is your sword to prove it. The king of Aegon, the sword of Aegon the Conqueror, the rightful king of Westeros, and he will give him the sword and try to use that to legitimize him. But that sword is what is actually going to cause people to realize that he's a Blackfyre, and it's going to backfire on them that way. And that is what I believe. And I will have to do his twin sword, Dark Sister, in my next video so I could tell you exactly how those two things play out, because I do believe they do play out. So yo, I know it was a little hot second, people getting a little testy about me not putting the video out, but it was only 7 days, people, just 7 days, you know what I mean? So yo, subscribe, like, obviously hit my Facebook page if you want to know any updates that I'm going to do or anything like that, or you want to get at me personally and say something to me. Hit me on my Facebook page, please. Subscribe, like, thumbs up it, tell your peoples about me, do all that. Until next time, you know who it is. It's the Don, Tony Teflon, House Teflon, Teflon 316. What? We pull the strings. Peace here, Teflon TV, and peace to my man who made my new banners and everyone who liked it. I don't know if he want his name said, so I will ask him on Facebook, and if he doesn't, I will say his name. But peace to you, my man, and peace to my girl who made my other banners. I'm still using them too. One love to all y'all. Stay sexy, my friends. Stay sexy.